Yo, jokers! I wanted to make a quick video, instead of typing, because I know you guys read a lot, and you haven't seen my face in a minute, maybe. I wanted to do a video announcement instead, just make a couple of reminders, announcements, kind of things for my classes specifically. Um, this goes for any English class, journalism class, any class. If you have me, um, some things to think about. One thing that I've been doing this quarter that many of you have already noticed that um, has been an issue is the discussions are a little bit different, right? From week to week, they look different, um, and kind of having you do a little bit different thing with them maybe than you did the last couple of quarters. But the point of that is make sure that you're actually reading the directions. A lot of you guys are not reading directions, and then you're not doing it right. You're not getting your points, and then you're messaging me like, hey, where are my points? But if you read the directions, it'll tell you how to get your points. So typically what's happening, right, is you're not going back and doing your replies, right, where you make comment on other people's posts. Know that I have been giving points for those, but if you haven't been doing those, I'm not going to go back and give points for replies, 2 weeks after the fact. The discussions are important. They're meant to kind of take place of that classroom experience, so you guys can kind of see what other people are saying about the things that we're doing. You can kind of get exposed to some other ideas and other thoughts. So if you're not reading any of it, and you're just if you're just going back to reply just to reply to get those points, and it's weeks later, and no one's going to read your replies because it's been so much time, then there's really no point. That said, so stay up on top of it during the week. If you guys, if you're frequently behind on work, discussions might be something that you need to go to first to make sure they get done. Otherwise, honestly, don't waste your time doing work you're not going to get points for. So just pay attention to that. Read the directions. Make sure you're doing that stuff right. Other than that, yeah, I have been a little bit behind on grading, maybe. But it is my intention to continue like I did last quarter, grading the previous week at the end of that week. So, for example, this is week 3. My goal will be to have everything from week 3 that's been turned in on time graded by next week, right? And then I'll grade next week at the end of next week, and so on. If you're turning things in late, right? For example, it's week 3 and you're turning in work from week 1 or 2. I may not get to that stuff right away. And that's how it is. You want your stuff graded on time and turn it in on time. Other than that, guys, please keep up the good work. Especially if you're new, remember that my phone number is right there on the bottom of the class. At the side of the Schoology page and everything. If you need to text me, whatever, message me through Schoology. Sometimes you guys might have to get at me once or twice, right? Some stuff happens, I forget, or other things just happen, whatever. But that doesn't mean that I've forgotten about you completely, or that I don't want to keep helping. Just make sure that sometimes you might need to remind me about things when you need some help or whatever. If you're working on Rise stuff, make sure you let me know when you submit things, because you may not need to turn in everything depending on scores that you get and things like that. So don't just keep working ahead if you don't know what you're supposed to be doing. And the Rise classes are kind of messy right now. So if you need help with that, just reach out to me. Don't sit there and think that just because I'm not bugging you, you're not supposed to be working. So that's that. If you have questions, you need help, you know where to find me, folks. Take care.